to be a live session, but I've been trying to log into my YouTube and that has not been going well, and it's almost like 5:30 and this was supposed to be a 30 minutes session. uh so what am I going to do instead? I just open this question and we're going to try to attempt to solve this problem. I don't know if you've solved dot product of two sparse vectors before. Please leave the comments for your solution below. And I did choose this question because it had a high acceptance rate, so I felt like okay, you know, maybe there's a chance here. Okay, and it's also an array question, and you are going through arrays, right? By the way, when a question is an array, when I say a question is an array question, I have to filter on lit code by arrays, and yeah, it also has like the data structure of the problem comes as arrays. Anyway, so the problem says given two sparse vectors, compute their dot products. Implement the class sparse vector, that's this one. Okay, and so okay, so this sparse vector norms initializes the objects with the vector norms. Okay, and then we have a dot product that takes vec and computes the dot product between the instances of sparse vector and vec. Okay, that makes sense. A sparse vector is a vector that has mostly zero values. You should store the sparse vector efficiently and compute the dot product between two sparse vectors. What if only one of the what if only one of the vectors is sparse? Oh, shouldn't matter. Anyway, okay. Right, so this is the question, right? And it's an interesting problem. So it says, let's look at some of the examples. So when we have this number here, 10023 and 03040, the output is 8 because we have v1 as this one and v2 as this one, and the v1 of dot vector dot product of v2, okay, is okay, that makes sense. Okay, it's 1 times 0, that's 0, 0 times 3, that's 0, 0 times 0, that's 0, 2 times 4, that's 8, 3 times 0, that's 0, so that's just 8. Okay, then we have 0 and 0 times 0, that's 0, 1 times 0, 0, 0 times 0, 0, 0 times 0, that's another 0, and that's another 0. Okay, so I think I'm seeing a pattern here, right? Because they are sparse vectors, it means that most of the values in the array are supposed to be 0, right? And yeah, and 0 multiplied by anything is going to give you an automatic 0, right? Right. Okay, so that means I don't need to bother about doing any multiplication for any values that are not uh any zero values, right? If one of the arrays, either nums1 or nums2, has 0 in a particular position, then I don't have to bother about it, right? Okay, that seems pretty straightforward to me. I'm thinking that what I need to do is to okay, so I'm thinking that what I need to do is to have I already have two array vectors, right? And the two of them, I can see here that the two of them are going to be of the same length, and that's not going to be greater than 10 to the power of 5, so that's fine. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing is to go through one of the vectors, right, and only multiply the non-zero values of the vector. Yeah, seems pretty straightforward, right? So first I need to create a class, which I'm going to just call is the vector, and that's going to be equal to nums, and maybe I should just have the length, which I'm going to call nums.length. All right, so when I get v2, I'm going to be getting the vector, right? That's this, right? Okay. 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 Give me a minute. So this is v2 basically. That's fine. That's fine. So what I want to do is I want to have a loop. My solution is just one for loop. Okay. Let I equal to 0, I less than this dot length, I plus plus, right? Because the length of this one is also going to be the same length as this one. Okay, then if vec at I is not equal to 0, then I'm of course going to have an output here that I'm going to initialize to 0, because 0 is going to be my default. If at the end of this 0 does not change, it's fine to assume that, you know, it's fine, right? So if vec at position I is not equal to 0, then I want to multiply it with this vector at that particular position, right? So output plus equals vec at position I multiplied by this dot vector at position I. Okay, so I think this could work. But it's kind of like an O of n solution, and I think I could do better, right? But let's just try and check that this works first. Oh my god, it doesn't work. Okay. We're just going to see why it doesn't work. Okay. Oh, because vector is actually equal to, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, but we're going to be using a lot of console.log until I get better at this. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? Vector is the sparse vector. So if I do vector, that should work. Yep. So all I needed to do here instead, you know what? I could just check if this dot vector, I could just use the one I already saved, right? And then I just have this dot vector, and then vec dot vector at this position. Yeah, and that works. But I can't help but worry about like all the other things. By the way, this was a classic mistake that I should have avoided, or that I would have avoided if I looked at this a little bit more closely, right? I could have, that was like something I could have easily avoided. Okay, so instead of having to go through every single item in the array to find the values, or wait, before that, let's assume, can we have an empty array? No, we can't have an empty array, which is good. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so instead of having to go through all the numbers in the array, right, we could but if we sort the array, it changes the order, so we can't sort because we need the order to be retained. All right, so that's fine. So because we can't sort, we can't do a binary search. Okay, that's fine. trying to decide if there was a better way to do this. There's probably a better way to do this, but I'm just going to submit and hope. Ooh, yay! Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I'm sure there was a better way to do this because my runtime is like 134 milliseconds and yeah. Well, this problem was kind of easy, but well, it helped my morale. Thank you very much. And yeah, here I am mouthing off about how easy it was, even though I needed console.log. Oh God. But well, tell me what you think in the comment section about this particular problem, and tell me how you solved it. Right? Thank you guys for watching. Bye.